He was a king. He was a warrior. He was a legend. Alexander the Great, even his name whispers of power and ambition. Born in a time of heroes and gods, he carved his name across the world with the point of his sword. In a few short years, he conquered an empire larger than any before. He led his armies across deserts and mountains, defeating every enemy that dared to stand against him. Yet, for all his glory, Alexander's life remains a mystery. His death, shrouded in rumor and speculation, came just as suddenly as his rise to power. The cause? A question that has haunted historians for centuries. Was it illness, poison, or a hidden hand that extinguished this blazing star? And what of his tomb, a prize sought by emperors and archaeologists alike, yet still lost to the sands of time? Join us now as we journey back to the ancient world. We will follow in the footsteps of Alexander, the boy king who became a legend. We will explore the truth behind the myth. We will delve into the mystery of his untimely end and the secrets of his hidden tomb. The year was 356 BC. In the rugged lands of Macedonia, a prince was born. Alexander III, they named him, little knowing he was destined to inherit not just a kingdom, but a legacy. His father, King Philip II, was a shrewd and ambitious ruler. He instilled in his son a thirst for conquest and a vision of a world united under Macedonian rule. But Alexander was no ordinary prince. He was headstrong and ambitious, driven by a burning desire for knowledge and glory. To nurture this brilliant mind, Philip summoned the most renowned scholar in the land, Aristotle. Under the great philosopher's tutelage, Alexander's mind blossomed. He devoured works of philosophy, poetry, and science. He learned the art of logic and rhetoric, skills that would serve him well on the battlefield and in the halls of power. Yet it was the tales of Homer's heroes that truly captivated the young prince's imagination. The exploits of Achilles, Hector, and Odysseus fueled his dreams of glory and conquest. He longed to prove himself worthy of their legend, to etch his name alongside theirs in the annals of history. At the age of 20, Alexander's moment arrived. His father, Philip, was assassinated, leaving the young prince to claim his birthright. Many saw this as their chance to challenge Macedonian rule. They underestimated Alexander. With lightning speed, he crushed rebellions in Greece and secured his throne. Then he turned his gaze eastward towards the vast and wealthy Persian Empire. His first target, the Persian satraps at the Granicus River. The odds were against him, but Alexander was undeterred. With a roar, he led his cavalry across the river, shattering the Persian lines and earning his first of many victories. From there, Alexander's campaign was a whirlwind of conquest. He marched south, liberating the Greek cities of Ionia from Persian rule. He faced the Persian king Darius III himself at Issus, a narrow pass where the Persian numbers meant little. Alexander's tactical genius won the day. Darius fled, leaving his family in Alexander's hands. Yet Alexander wasn't finished. He pushed deeper into the Persian heartland, conquering Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis, the grand capital of the Persian Empire. Finally, at Gaugamela, he faced Darius again. The Persian king had amassed a vast army, but Alexander, as always, found a way to victory. Darius fled once more, leaving his empire to crumble. Alexander's military triumphs were undeniable, yet to reduce him to a mere conqueror is to miss the true measure of the man. He was a brilliant strategist, a master of logistics, and a charismatic leader who inspired his men to follow him to the ends of the earth. Unlike many conquerors before him, Alexander understood that true victory lay not just in military might, but in winning the hearts and minds of the conquered. He adopted Persian customs, wore their clothing, and even married Roxana, a Persian noblewoman. He encouraged his generals to do the same, seeking to forge a new world order, one where Greek and Persian cultures blended seamlessly. He founded cities, over 70 in all, each one a beacon of Greek culture and learning. He encouraged trade, opening up routes between East and West and ushering in an era of unprecedented cultural exchange. He sent scholars and explorers to the farthest reaches of his empire, seeking to unravel the mysteries of the natural world. Alexander's ambition knew no bounds. He dreamed of reaching the ends of the earth and the great outer sea. He pushed his armies eastward, across the Hindu Kush into India, where he fought fierce battles against local rulers. His men, exhausted and homesick, eventually pleaded with him to turn back. Reluctantly, Alexander agreed. The year was 323 BC. Alexander the Great, conqueror of Persia, master of a vast empire, was just 32 years old. He had returned to Babylon, intending to make it the capital of his empire. He was at the height of his power, yet a shadow had fallen over him, a premonition of doom. One hot summer night, after a banquet with his generals, Alexander was struck down by a sudden and mysterious illness. He was gripped by fever, racked with pain. For days he lingered, his strong body wasting away. His generals, his friends, gathered at his bedside, desperate to save their king, their leader, their almost god. But the physicians were baffled. No remedy could break the fever's grip. As the days turned into nights, a dreadful realization dawned. Alexander, the invincible, the god king, was mortal after all. The news of Alexander's death sent shockwaves across his vast empire. People refused to believe that their invincible king could be struck down so suddenly, so inexplicably. Rumors began to swirl, whispers of treachery and foul play. Some whispered of poison, a silent and deadly weapon favored by court intriguers. They pointed fingers at Alexander's generals, rivals for power in the wake of his death. Others spoke of a plot hatched by Persian nobles seeking revenge for their fallen empire. There were even those who claimed that Alexander's own wife, Roxana, had orchestrated his demise, fearing for the future of her unborn child. The truth, shrouded in the mists of time, remains elusive. No conclusive evidence supports any one theory. Yet the very lack of answers has only fueled the flames of speculation, turning Alexander's death into one of history's most enduring mysteries. Adding to the mystery of Alexander's death is the enigma of his final resting place. According to ancient sources, his body was embalmed and placed in a golden sarcophagus. This magnificent coffin was then transported to Alexandria, the grand city he founded on the shores of Egypt, to be interred in a magnificent tomb. Yet the exact location of this tomb remains a mystery. Over the centuries, countless archaeologists and treasure hunters have scoured Alexandria, searching for any trace of Alexander's final resting place. They have unearthed temples, palaces, and tombs of other pharaohs and rulers. But Alexander's tomb, like the man himself, continues to elude discovery. Some believe that the tomb lies hidden beneath the modern city, buried under centuries of accumulated debris. Others speculate that it might lie submerged beneath the waters of the Mediterranean, a victim of earthquakes and shifting coastlines. The search continues, fueled by the hope that one day the world might finally gaze upon the last resting place of the man who conquered most of the known world. Though his reign was short, Alexander's impact on history was profound and far-reaching. He ushered in the Hellenistic Age, a period of unprecedented cultural exchange between Greece and the East. Greek art, philosophy, and language spread throughout his empire, influencing the development of civilizations from Egypt to India. Alexander's conquests paved the way for the Roman Empire, which inherited much of his vast domain. His legend inspired countless rulers and conquerors throughout history, from Julius Caesar to Napoleon Bonaparte. Even today, his name is synonymous with ambition, military genius, and the relentless pursuit of glory. He was a flawed hero, capable of great cruelty as well as great compassion. He was a visionary leader who dreamed of a united world, yet his empire crumbled shortly after his death. He was a man who changed the course of history, yet whose own story remains shrouded in mystery. Alexander the Great, his name still echoes through the corridors of time, a testament to the enduring power of his legend. He was a warrior, a king, a conqueror, but above all he was an enigma. His life, though short, was a tapestry woven from threads of ambition, brilliance, and tragedy. The mystery of his death and the location of his lost tomb continue to fascinate and intrigue us. Will we ever know the truth behind his untimely end? Will we ever gaze upon the treasures that lie hidden within his tomb? Perhaps one day these questions will be answered. But for now, Alexander remains an enigma. His story a reminder that even the greatest of legends are ultimately human, subject to the whims of fate and the mysteries of time.